Welcome to this Solidworks tutorial on sheet metal bended parts. We're going to create a part. There's a few things to note before we begin. Is if you don't have this sheet metal tab, you'll just right click on the menus and then there's the sheet metal part. You can toggle it on and off. The other thing is sheet metal require a different starting spot. You can't just start with an extrude boss when you're doing sheet metal parts. So don't start here. Just click on the sheet metal, click here. On the base, this will create your base part. You can create it whatever size, shape you want. That's the cool part about it. Trim that. So we have it. This is, once you've exited the sketch, this will give you some parameters on what you want the thickness of your sheet metal to be. I'm just going to do a 16th or a 6th and then hit OK. You can always go back and change that thickness if that's what you want. Once you have the base segment of your sheet metal part, then all the rest of the options will unlock for you. Today we're just going to go over to the edge flange, and it gives you a bunch of parameters here. You can adjust. I'm going to click on this edge. You can adjust the radius of the bend. Say we want a 0.5 radius. You can adjust the angle. It's not going to be 100%. And then the length. Other important things, you can adjust how that dimensions those 2 inches, and then also how that bend's going to be. Is it on the edge? Is it part of it? Does it line up with this edge here? Does it not? Things to consider when bending. We're just going to pick this one right now. Hit the green check. One thing to watch out when you're doing sheet metal is when you go to a flat pattern, they may intersect with each other, which can be a problem. But this part will be okay. We won't have any intersecting parts. If I were to do this, and then add one right here, we would now have intersecting things. It would throw that error, be like there's intersection. If we go to the flat pattern, you can see that that doesn't work. We'd have to trim it or do something different for that to work. This is a flat pattern right here. This is what tells you, allows it to go flat. It also calculates the radiuses into the bends, so that when you have it cut and then you have it bent, it doesn't end up smaller than you want. That's it for this tutorial.